Ball Boys.
Yep.
We are back, Dad.
Eddie.
All right. We did our kind of last episode of the season 4 days ago on Saturday. And we kind of said, yeah, like we'll see. We'll do maybe an episode or two this summer, take some time off. If something big happens,
Yeah.
And then the NBA got drunk and now we have to come back. I mean, I'm talking like the NBA is like me on Canada Day, just sipping cocktails deep, throwing money around at the track, and watching fireworks. Look, it's two of the most shocking player transactions that we've had, I think, since Luka. The reason why we came on so quickly again is because Kawhi Leonard has been traded to the Toronto Raptors again.
Yeah.
For Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, 2 seconds.
Second round, and a swap pick.
And a pick swap.
Yeah.
Holy shit. This is not something that just came out of left field, because the reports came out late last week, that the Clippers told him, we don't want to sign you to an extension.
Right.
And he said, okay, then trade me. And, oh, by the way, I only want to go to 2 places, San Antonio or Toronto. And the Spurs said, we're good.
Yeah.
And the Raptors looked around and said, all right, we'll take him.
Yeah.
So he gets traded back to Toronto, actually asked to come here. Now, I'm going to clear out for a second, so bear with me, but you will get the floor. I will start here. This is not a trade without its risks.
Right.
This is a 35-year-old player whose injury question marks are even more prominent than they were the first time. Yes, I know he had a great statistical season last year, but it was a contract year, kind of, because of the extension eligibility. And I'm sorry, but he has not shown the ability that his body will hold up for a regular season and 4 rounds of the playoffs at all since 2019. This year. That was a long time ago. So, like, there's real question marks about whether or not he can hold up and actually get you back to the promised land. I don't love the draft compensation that they gave away. I think that if they could have kept it at 1 first, a swap, and 2 seconds, along with Dick and Ingram, then I would have been over the moon.
Yep.
That extra first-round pick really hurts because
it does.
Yeah, because now you're
now it shortens the window, right?
Well, you're all in. Like you've mortgaged your future, and this is a 2-year window.
Yeah.
Having said all that, the Raptors had to do this, man. They had to do it. I mean, it just fell right in their fucking lap.
How can you not say no? I mean, like,
he had to come here, Dad.
He had to. And you had to say yes. I mean,
he solves every offensive issue that this team has.
Yeah.
Instantly, just like that.
Yeah.
When you're talking,
he's the closer that they needed at the end of the game.
Half court offense, one-on-one creation. And
let's not forget, Eddie, the reason why you got him is because defense.
Right, he fits seamlessly into their defensive philosophy.
Right.
It's a new regime, but their system. He fits perfectly with Scottie, and all those guys. And the reality is that players of Kawhi Leonard's caliber do not grow on trees, especially for a franchise like the Toronto Raptors. And if this situation falls in your lap like this, you have to take advantage.
You have to.
Despite the age, this guy, he's a bona fide top 10 player. He still is. And if you're talking as a closer, I mean, he might be still number 1, maybe number 2 if you want to say Jaylen Brunson.
Right.
But he's that good. All right, Dad, you have the floor.
Everything you said is right, Eddie. I mean, like he's a perfect fit for this team. Yes, there are issues with his health and with his age, obviously, but the guy is a proven closer. That's the guy that they need. Like, they thought Brandon Ingram would be the guy last year, and they actually thought that was. And the thing that I have mixed feelings about Ingram. Like, he did a really good job for the Raptors during the regular season, and he got them to where they should be. Like, he was the guy that they relied on at the end of games to get a shot. He was their closer basically during the regular season, right? More or less. And so when the playoffs happened, I mean, I know he had an ankle injury, and that was
one of the things. Dad.
He was hurt. He was hurt, so he couldn't really play as up to his capabilities, and he got slammed for that, and that's unfair. Like, I mean, I feel bad
hurt,
for the
man.
guy.
I'm sorry, he was hurt. Like,
yeah, he was hurt.
He was
but
trying
I feel
to
bad
play
for the
through,
guy.
Yeah,
but,
he's trying to like. I don't blame Brandon Ingram for the shitty playoff performance, but the reality is, like, he's not Kawhi Leonard. You know,
no, and so that's why they made the trade, right? So hey, listen, I mean, like, getting Kawhi back. I mean, given his age and his injury problems, I think this is a really great thing.
Oh, look, I mean, even for the storyline alone, Dad. Like,
I know he wanted to come here, like.
He wanted to come back.
This is he wanted to come back.
The greatest.
Like, how often does that happen? It never happens.
He came in, didn't want to be here, won a title, and then just left like a myth. You know, like a ghost in the night.
I was really upset about. I was pissed off at him for a couple of years.
A lot of people were pissed off at him.
Yeah,
but you were still cheering when he came back and got his ring, though.
Yeah,
I was there with you. So like, I mean, like, no matter how
it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't there.
And this has been our dilemma with him for the last 7 years because we've really not loved those Clippers teams.
Yeah,
and I'm glad that era blew up in flames.
Yeah.
But I could never fully hate Kawhi because it was always just like, yeah, but I mean, like, shit, man, he won us a ring. So,
yeah,
I know the guy. And now the fact that he decided to do this, now he kind of had no choice, to be honest.
They didn't want to pay him.
The Clippers didn't want to pay him, and he didn't want to roll the dice with the medical staff he didn't trust.
Right.
And he was like, you know what, screw it. Like, the other thing, too, is like, I do think that, you know, I don't know if he cares about this, but if he cares about legacy, like, the Spurs ain't retiring his number. He's never won with the Clippers. Like, we're kind of the only option. And so I you know, whatever. But like, here we are. And they just so happen to have a roster of guys around him that I think are a really good fit. And like, this is exactly what Scotty Barnes needs. He can still be the vocal leader, but he can be like Draymond.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to like take every shot, you know, he can facilitate. And then also they're insulated with guys like RJ, who really was impressive in the playoffs.
Yep.
In a contract year, so you know he's going to want to play well.
CMB.
Right. Getting better. That, like, if Kawhi does miss his allotted 20 games, which he will.
You can slot him in.
Right. You have guys where it's like, here, RJ Barrett, you get to take 20 more shots every fourth game. And he'll be like, great, love that.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
I just think that this is a perfect setup. And it's a perfect setup. If he gives us a season like last year or anything close, they're going to be a dangerous team in the Eastern Conference.
Yes. Speaking of which.
Well, hold on. Don't go there yet.
Okay. I want to, but.
I know. I want to ask you this. Do you think that there's going to be more movement with this team?
Yes, I do.
They do have the RJ Barrett extension that they probably aren't going to pick up because they want that asset as an expiring contract.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they still have young talent. They still have picks. Like, do you just say fuck it and go and get Kyrie Irving at the trade deadline or something like that? Like, do you say, here's Emmanuel Quickly and RJ Barrett, let's go get an elite point guard, you know, and just say fuck it? Because like I said, Kawhi's on the clock with his age. This is a 2-year window.
Yep. And
now they are in win now mode.
And Irving is on the same clock too. So, I mean, I'd make that deal in a heartbeat. Yeah, absolutely. But let's see how it plays out, Eddie. I mean, like right now, they're a top 2 team in the East right now.
Or 3,
just with the team that they have.
They just signed slow-mo Kyle Anderson, who, you know, is at least like a warm body off the bench. They're going to have to fill out the roster a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, but it's going to be those kind of guys, like those veteran, like I said, like, like Kyle Anderson, like 1 year, 3 points. It's a veteran's minimum. And she's like, sure. Like, at least he knows where to go and what to do.
Yeah.
And has played in big games. Like, it's those kind of guys. You got to get another center.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see, but yeah, man, just an incredible.
Well, they're hoping that you know, the
this
guy
Alan Graves kid can play.
Yeah, but they're hoping that the guy that they got from Golden State last year.
Trace Jackson Davis. I thought you were going to say Alan Graves, but Trace Jackson.
They're hoping he's the guy that will be Pirtle's backup.
A backup center.
We'll see how that plays out. But they need a second center. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think that you can also, like, they discovered that in the playoffs, like, it's not sustainable all the time, but you can go small with CMB at the 5 and just that's your lineup of death. And it's CMB, Scotty, and Kawhi, and RJ and Jamal Shed. And it's just like, we're just going to go and just, oh my God, that might be the best defensive team in the history of the league.
Like I'm saying, like, I'm looking around the other teams and what their upgrades have been, and we got to get to this in a bit. But
we do.
In defensively, this team is stacked, man. Like, I'm sorry, that's where they're going to make their difference.
Yeah,
they're going to win games just on their defense alone. So,
well, that was their identity last year.
I love this. I love this trade, Eddie. I'm so excited.
I think the whole fan base is pretty fired up about this, man.
I think it's pretty good.
This is like a pretty magical event. It feels just like, I don't even know, man. It's just it just feels like, holy shit, the stars have aligned, and it just feels right. There's something that in the air about this that's just like, oh my God, like this is just gonna be an amazing experience. Like that arena is gonna be sold out every night.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
and the jerseys are gonna fly. Like this is like the magic has been reignited.
Yep.
And it's
exciting,
special. Now, last question before we move on.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure on Darko Rajakovic, who just got an extension today.
Yes, he did.
He's the guy, and if they fuck up this year, is he the first piece to get fired? Or
I don't think so. I think they're going to give him give him a leash. He's got the team to where it is right now. I mean, they might pull
But their priorities have changed, Dad. Like, this is no longer like, let's develop the kids. This is now, let's go get a ring.
But here's the thing, like, Darko's defensive philosophies are really, really good. And so I think that to parachute Kawhi into that system, I'm excited to see how that translates. And so I think they're going to keep him at least for a year, Eddie, to see how this whole thing plays out. Yeah, and so, no, I don't think I'm not worried about Darko at all. I think it'll be like you said, Kawhi is a perfect fit for this team in many ways, not only offensively, but especially defensively. And that's where I think the Raptors are going to excel. Like we can talk about the other teams in the East, what their upgrades have been, and so some of them have been great, some of them have been weird, but I don't think you're going to see a better defensive team, except for the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference, other than this team.
The New York Knicks just lost their best defensive player.
Well, yeah.
Their second best defensive player, that's a big loss, man.
It is. It is.
Like, that cannot be discounted. He was really important for that team.
He was.
Hold that thought, because the other shot, just to wrap up on this, Kawhi on the Raptors, insane. Let's move on to the other shocking trade that happened. Jaylen Brown gets traded to Philadelphia for playoff Paul George.
Oh my God.
2 firsts and 2 seconds. Way less compensation than a 35-year-old Kawhi Leonard. I don't know if that speaks more about the Raptors or the Celtics decision making. I think it's a little bit of both. But the reality is,
are they saying? What is Brad Stevens thinking? Like,
go ahead.
I'm sorry.
You go.
This is the shocker. I was following this trade all day, and I'm like, what? Are you nuts to get Paul George? Are you and then to trade Jaylen Brown to the Sixers in the same division? I don't get that. I don't get that decision at all. Like, they could have gotten a way more better package for Jaylen Brown if they had gone to other teams. Like, it's just. This team, I mean, that trade just infuriates me. Like, it's
well, Dad, hold on. I think they did go to other teams. The breadcrumbs of this trade, you can go back months, because after the season, it became clear that Jaylen, coming off of the MVP caliber year when Tatum was hurt, and he took over as the number 1 guy. They win 56 games. And I think after the season, I mean, like, he's one of those Twitch guys. He goes online and says stuff. He said some really strange stuff about basically, he was like, oh shit, man, he wants to be the guy. He wants his own team. And then it was the Giannis trade that was the nail in the coffin, because it comes out that they're shopping him for Giannis, and they just couldn't put the genie back in the bottle. And I think that really, was the last straw for Jaylen.
No, I get it. I mean, I get it. I get the whole
he told
process.
He said, fuck this, man. I don't want to play here anymore. Trade me.
Right. Yeah.
Now, despite that, like, I'm with you. I think that, like, this is a terrible move, because, they canvassed the league. They didn't get the value that they thought they would get. Why not just hold on to him until the deadline and wait for teams to get more desperate? Like, did they have to trade him at this moment?
No.
Was it like, I mean, like, could you not take him out for dinner if you're Brad Stevens and say, look, we walked the dog with Giannis, but it's Giannis, and we had to keep our options open. But we still believe in you and this, and we want to run it back with Jason. And right, like, could you not have at least like get him in the door and try to?
Well, obviously he didn't feel that way, right?
Well,
So I mean,
maybe it wasn't that tenable, right? Like, or sorry, maybe it was that tenable where he just said, "Fuck this! I will never play for you guys again. Trade me, or I will make your lives difficult here."
Yeah,
and who knows what was said behind closed doors, but to trade him for 75 cents on the dollar, like you said, to a division rival like the Sixers.
Oh my
that's just
God!
got to be a tough pill to swallow for a Boston fan.
Believe it. That just shocked me. I just was like, I was stunned at that one. Okay,
well, hold on one second, because like I do think that they did shop him around, but I think that a big problem with Jaylen, and like, look, this is part of the second apron era, but a lot of teams are afraid of his contract. Can I read you his contract? Because I was going to do this.
Yeah.
Next year, he's going to make $57 million. And then in 28-29, it goes up to 61 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 29-30, when he'll be 32 years old, he's going to make $65 million, Dad. Yeah. It's the second highest contract in the league. And in this second apron era, like, if you're paying Jaylen Brown, if you're paying anybody $65 million, it really hinders your ability to team build. Let alone a guy like Jaylen Brown, who is he a bona fide number one, or is he like a borderline number one kind of / number two guy? That's debatable, highly debatable.
Yeah.
But regardless, if you're paying the guy $65 million, it fucks your whole team.
Right. So, okay. So if you're Philly, so where does that leave you?
Well, like, look, I mean, I think Embiid's an afterthought, and yeah, we should get to this. I love this for Philly. I think he's such a good fit with Maxey, and like, look, you have to pay him, but fuck it, you know. And this is no longer Embiid's team, so it is what it is. When he comes off the books, they'll be able to absorb the contract. Now you're gonna have to pay Edgecombe,
Maxey,
but that actually
Maxey, Edgecombe, and
Maxey's already got his money. But Edgecombe's eligible after year 4, which is when Jaylen Brown comes off the books. So that's how they did it, because Edgecombe's on his rookie deal.
Yeah,
Jaylen's under contract for 3 more years. When Jaylen comes off the books, they're going to have to make a decision and either give that money to Edgecombe and let him walk. Maybe they trade him a year early and you know, whatever. But for now, like I said, 2-year window, like, he's a great fit with these guys.
I mean, so we talked about how great a fit Kawhi is for the Raps and how much they'll be improved. This improves the Sixers' chances all of a sudden and elevates that team to a level where I didn't expect them to be at right now. So you got the Knicks at number 1. They're still the Knicks.
Maybe.
And they're still... Maybe
without Mitchell Robinson,
Mitchell Robinson, but they're still really the class of the East. Then you have, I'd say, the Raptors.
I'd say the Raps in Philly right there.
And
then I'd say Miami, Indiana, you know.
Miami, Indiana, Atlanta. Don't forget about them.
Detroit, who knows?
Detroit is a mess.
A little bit.
They're a total mess.
No, but you're right about Philly. Like, this is a game-changing trade for them. And I think he's such a great fit with those 2 guards. I mean, oh my God, it's just it's that team scares me, man. Pissed off.
Yeah.
You know, one thing with Jaylen Brown, I will just say, like, he's one of those guys that, and this might have played into why a lot of teams passed on him and didn't want to give up the world, because the advanced analytics, they don't love Jaylen Brown.
No,
you know, there's a lot of stuff with his on-off stuff, his true shooting percentage. He's one of those kind of guys, like Rudy Gay was the poster boy for this, of like, you know, my eyes tell me he's a great player, but the stats paint a little bit of a different picture. And look, Jaylen Brown's a great player. There's no doubt about it, but just
he is.
A caveat with him.
Like, he carried
not an
the
analytics guy.
He totally carried the Celtics last year.
He did 100%. But I'm just saying that, like, you know, they were much better with him off the court than they were on the court. So your eyes tell you that he carried the Celtics, but like I said, DeMar was always like this. Like there's certain guys that just like the advanced stats don't love him. Iverson, perfect example.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, so let's talk about the some of the changes in the West.
We have to do this. Like, can I just ask you, because I'm so curious your thoughts on what's going on with the Los Angeles Lakers,
Oh
and we'll
my
end it there.
God.
But well, first of all, LeBron's gone. He announced he's
Yeah.
not coming back, and then they made a slew of moves. I don't know what you feel about him, so why don't you tell me?
Okay, I love Walter Kessler. I think he's been great for Utah. I mean, he missed it last year mostly because of a shoulder problem. So like, but the dude can
Shoulder problem or tanking problem?
both.
Yeah.
They kept him out for the last 2 months because they wanted to get the number one pick. But
Duh.
the guy's defense is elite. Do I want to pay him 180 million?
130.
130 or whatever no,
No.
no, that was a bad deal. Thanks, Rob Pelinka. No, that was a overstretch on the Lakers part, but they needed a guy, right? They needed a guy, so they got the guy in the middle that they want. They still have Aiden as a backup center.
I think Aiden's gone.
Maybe
It was a 1-year deal, so I think
they'll probably dump him, but they may keep him as a backup. But I mean, basically, they got Kessler, Luka, and Reeves, and that's their core. And I don't know how they're going to fill out the rest of their roster, but
well, they did fill out the rest of the roster.
Yeah. They got Mamu.
They got Mamu Kalashvili for 4 years, 52 million. I don't know how you feel about that one. They got Colin Sexton. They brought in. They signed
Quentin Grimes.
Yeah, Quentin Grimes, and there was another guy. Who was it? Oh man, it was somebody. Colin Sexton.
No, that was
no, that was it. It was those three guys.
Yeah.
So like, look, Mamu's a guy. Look, great guy. Enjoyed having him on the Raps.
Yep.
I do think he shot 38% from three, but he also he was great the first like 3 months, and then he really tailed off. I think he was tired because Pirtle was hurt the whole first half of the season. And he was just playing too many minutes.
Yeah.
He wore down and he was terrible in the playoffs. And 4 years, 52. Like, I mean, like, look, he's a decent
overpay.
It might be a little bit of an overpay, but just the Walker Kessler stuff. I mean, he was a restricted free agent. You could have just. The thing for me, I don't mind getting Walker Kessler. I think it's actually he does fill a need, like you said. He's a great shot blocker, interior presence, rebounder, and that's what the Lakers sucked at last year. They couldn't protect the rim and they couldn't rebound. So he is what they need. But could you not just give him the offer sheet instead of having to sign and trade him and give up all your picks?
Again, that's Rob Pelinka.
They gave up 2 first-round picks.
Yeah,
2 first-round pick swaps.
They gave up more for Walter Kessler than they did for Luka.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. If you look at it.
I mean, it's debatable, but that I think speaks to Nico Harrison and his brilliance.
Yeah.
Give me Anthony Davis straight up. You know what any picks? Nope. Give me Max Christie and Anthony Davis. I'm set.
Yeah.
Let's go win a title. Just a lot of picks, man. I know. And they have to pay him like 130 million.
I know. It's just.
I'm having Jakob Poeltl flashbacks, and
I know.
I don't know, man. We'll see. The guy's never played in the playoffs, so we'll see if he can hang.
I know.
In theory, he's exactly what they need. The Lakers will be fine. I actually kind of like the Colin Sexton pickup and the Quentin Grimes pickup, filling out the rest of the roster. Yeah. He's basically
Grimes defensively and Sexton for his offense.
No, other way around. Grimes is like a scorer, man. He's like a come off the bench and carry you for 6 minutes kind of guy. Yeah. Sexton will be like a replacement for Marcus Smart, younger legs. He's like kind of one of those scrappy little Jamal Shed kind of guys.
Marcus Smart went to Milwaukee or something. Houston. He
went to Houston. I mean, crazy. Like, there's been obviously a lot of other movement, but the big.
I mean, that was it. I mean, the Kawhi trade was the big news actually of the day or the week.
Well, it was Brown and Kawhi, and I think that you're right. The Knicks are the best team in the East for now.
Yeah,
I think those two teams are right there, and quite frankly, I do think this Mitchell Robinson loss is going to really hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
And championship hangover. Like, look, the thing about the Knicks is like they weren't exactly like this dominant team that just blew through everybody all regular season. Like they did win the NBA Cup, but like they were an up and down team all year. And
they went on a run, Ed.
Well, yeah, they found something magical in the postseason and tapped into something. But you know, I'm just saying, day in, day out, NBA grind. Like they're not going to be like a 65 win team.
Nope.
And
they'll be there. They'll be there in the end.
Oh, they will. 100%. There's, like I said, they're still the team to beat. They're the champs. But things just got interesting, man.
Yeah,
it got very interesting.
This whole Kawhi thing, Eddie, is like I have to say I'm really juiced for the franchise. I mean, you know, I never thought it would happen, and the fact that it did is like good. Kudos to Bobby Webster.
Careful,
you know, but I mean, like
he could have done it without giving up that extra first round pick. But you know what? At the end of the day, like if you're doing it, you're doing it. Like you got to just fucking say, all right, screw it. Like it's a 2-year window. Who cares about 2033? We are going to try to win a ring in the next 2 years. And
that's basically it.
Man,
so it's good. So that's why I'm excited because Bobby Webster's basically said, yeah, we're this is our 2-year window and we're going for it. And why not?
Wait. I can't wait.
I
cannot wait for the season to start. I can't wait for opening night when they introduce him. Like, do you see that Lowry just retired too, and he's going to sign a one-day contract and like get retired? So they'll get to have Kawhi like in uniform, be able to like introduce Kyle Lowry's retirement ceremony. Like this is just going to be like an ultimate like nostalgia for nothing else, just for like the pure fascination and enjoyment I'm going to get from watching this team this year. Is worth it. Like to me, I just want to see how this plays out, and
it's so exciting. I'm thrilled. I just can't wait.
I can't believe they traded.
I can't wait.
They brought back Kawhi Leonard. And they can't introduce him yet because the trade can't be finalized.
July 6th.
Couple days, but I mean, I think he was at the Blue Jays game the other night. Was he not?
I don't know.
I don't know if he was or not. I heard somebody told me that. I didn't see any clips online. I think that would have blown up. But I guarantee that's what he's going to be doing.
Oh yeah.
Like they'll bring Drake out. They'll say, can you fly up from Turks and Caicos and on your jet and come be part of this? Like seriously, they're going to pull out the red carpet. It's going to be an amazing, amazing day.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy.
Kawhi Leonard back on the Raptors. Dad.
Yep.
Who knows, man? Maybe, fucking God knows who might get traded tomorrow. Maybe Wemby will get traded.
I don't think that's ever going to happen, Eddie, but nice to think of that. No, I mean, hey, listen, this is a very exciting time in the NBA. It always is in the, after the draft in the summer league and all that stuff. It's going to be a really exciting season this year, and I can't wait for the Raptors to start. So
30 seconds on LeBron. Where does he end up?
Golden State. That's my gut.
All right. See you, Dad. We'll talk next time.
See you, Ed.